So France rejected Tinubu. So guys, information reaching us is saying that as Tinubu got to France, guess what? Emmanuel Macron departed France for Egypt. Have you seen that kind of a thing? We were told that Tinubu went for a working visit. And on getting to France, Emmanuel Macron headed for Egypt. Nigerians are wondering what is happening in this country. Why is it that APC keeps lying to Nigerians and telling Nigerians all kinds of lies as if we are just children? So guys, it is very, very shameful to hear that our president went to a country only to be told that the president of that country actually departed his country for another country. Have you seen that kind of a thing? It's only in Nigeria. So it means that as Tinubu got to France, Emmanuel Macron rejected him and ignored him and just bypassed him and traveled his own way. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this reaction. Also, Buba Galadima has released another bombshell. I'm going to allow you to watch all this. Just take your time, watch this video and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Honestly, what is it that we are not going to see in this country under the APC leadership? Just take a look at this video and drop your reaction in the comment section below. Take a look.
Let me ask you, is it possible that a Nigerian president will go to France for a working visit, then a French president will not leave the same visitor and now travel to Egypt?
I was going to ask you that, Barrister. In a couple of seconds after now, I was really going to ask you, the president of Nigeria has gone to France on a working visit, and as he stands, 2 weeks to be precise, the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, is found in Egypt. Barrister, can we just oppose this to relationship?
That will tell you that Tinubu lied to Nigerians. I mean, the lie has been exposed. With what happened now, it has been exposed. I don't even think whether Emmanuel Macron knows that Tinubu is there. I'm not joking. I don't think so. He went there for medical help. I don't think Emmanuel Macron knows that a Nigerian president is in his country. I don't think so. You can see how these people lie to themselves.
Barrister, what is the implication of telling the people the truth about your medical status? Just like we found the king of the UK telling the people what his medical situation is all about. What exactly, Barrister, is the implication of telling your people the truth?
When you have that kind of man at the end of affairs, David, don't expect much. I have told you here, a snake will always be long. Somebody who has been lying from infancy, from childhood to adulthood, he lied himself into office. He has been lying all his life. So why are you expecting him to tell you the truth now? Tell me, why?
First, there are some quarters that say that the president is having conversations with some dignitaries and, of course, ministers in France, and not just the president. Is there the possibility that
we are going to spend 75 billion? We are going to spend 75 billion. We are going to spend 75 billion. They are diverting our attention. Look at what has happened in Jos. Yet up till now, nothing. No, I didn't hear that they killed the terrorists or they apprehended any of them.
And the governor said they are in the bush, they hide in the bush. So there is a location, we already knew a location where these people are.
Oh, they hide in the bush, Abi. Okay, if they can have access to that bush, then our military, they cannot. Bulldozer cannot clear that bush and fish them out, Abi. Are you serious? They are in the bush. But the one that happened in Uromi,
but by the way,
Barrister
Darlington, to be fair, the IGP of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has directed quick dispatch of tactical police units to rescue communities. It's like the police are going to do something.
They are not.
When these guys are dispatched to the communities, we're hoping for a better news there.
If Egbetokun want me to believe in what is it, let him go and those villages that they are occupying, and that's where to begin. They are taking territories each day. Each time they attack, they sack the villagers and occupy the place. and you claim you didn't hear what the governor said. Why can't the IGP say, "You go and show me these people and where they are in those communities they are occupying"? Start reclaiming those villages, because these people are not from Nigeria. They can't be from Nigeria. It's as simple as that. If they have a home, why do they want to take over other people's villages? Tell me. They are not from Nigeria. That's the most annoying aspect of this thing. If they are Nigerians, they should go back to their own family homes.
So you're saying criminal elements who are from our country is destabilizing our country.
Exactly.
Nothing is being done about it.
They were imported for this kind of business, and they are doing it. So let nobody come and tell me we are fighting insecurity. No. We imported them. Some Nigerians imported them.
Whom are the Nigerians?
I said some people
that imported these elements?
People that they have told us. It's not as if they are hidden.
Who told us, Barrister? Who told us?
A governor won't tell us, Kawu Baraje, how they imported the terrorists all over Africa.
To do what exactly down
to come here that the jihad have started. The man said it openly now. He was beating his chest before the camera that yes, we imported them. We told them to call that the jihad have started fully in Nigeria. When a man said that thing and this thing is going on and nobody is apprehending them, what other evidence are you looking for? Please let nobody disturb us about this insecurity. We brought them here. So whenever they do the business, you brought them. I don't know why you are complaining. You bring tactical unit to go and tactical unit. The other villages that have occupied, you didn't know when they were occupying those villages, Abi. After all this noise now, it will die down for 2 or maybe a day or two. The next time they will strike again, collect more territories. You send tactical. Is it today they will send tactical teams in Jos, in Plateau or Benue? What was the result? Please, have you heard that they paraded or arrested anybody? They are in the bush. And the bush is not accessible, Abi? It's not accessible.
But Barrister, what I know is that some of the Boko Haram members, they try to reintegrate them back to the society. They forgive them and de-radicalize them, reintegrate them, disarm them, take them back to the society, even though these elements or these people are still seen to go back to their old ways. And some people are asking, is this the way forward for Nigerians, or is it even going to curb the insecurity for us?
Look, we have been saying it that Nigeria is not one. If we are one, how could Nigerians be killing themselves in this number? These wicked people they brought here, they are not Nigerians. That's why they kill with so much wickedness. They are not Nigerians. We have been saying it. If you don't want us to live together, why can't we sit at the round table and say, look, this is how far we can go, instead of all this noise? Do you think this thing is going to stop tomorrow? Look at it since 15 years ago.
Are you talking about secession?
What is secession? No. Separation is different from secession. UK separated.
What's the difference?
Hold on. Okay. UK separated from Europe the other day. Did you hear them fire any gunshot? No, did you?
Oh, Barrister Darlington, isn't that what nnamdi Kano has been trying to do over the years? He's in custody for that reason.
Because the people that are behind all this thing, they don't want it to happen peacefully. They want to take it by force. That's why they have surrounded the whole Nigeria. And every day will be paying lip service to serious matter. Serious matter. A whole state, 64 communities taken by terrorists
just
from
the states. We're not talking about the northeastern states and the northwestern states.
Outside Nigeria, for that matter, outside Nigeria. Up to today, the security agencies, they don't know who they are. So,
Barrister, how does this project us internationally? In the face of the international communities, how are they seeing us? We'll see US every day, push out visa travel bans and cautions to their citizens in Nigeria and, telling them the states to go to and the states not to go to. Isn't this embarrassing for us as a country?
No, the people in office, they have no...
It's like this. People shove it off and say, it's the usual thing. So it looks like we're beginning to live with it and
of course,
it looks like it's okay.
Yes, because that is the game plan, to make you live with insecurity as far as they can go. Until you allow them to have the whole Nigeria, there will be no peace.
But Barrister, before we move to River State discussion, now you mentioned the president's foreign trip. Do you know that in less than 2 years, May is going to, I think May 23rd will make the president 2 years in office. He's 2 years in office. The president has traveled 39 times, Barrister, under 2 years. And that is gulping us more than 6 billion naira. This is an administration that is saying that they are trying to curb waste and management, even though they have the most bogus cabinets in the history of Nigeria. How does this help us? And like you mentioned, how many times do we see the US president travel to other countries for medical trips or any other trips like that?
This one is even a working visit, working. So you can't work at home. You must work from France, Abi. Okay, if France is not stable, the Western world where they run to is not stable, is it not somebody that created those countries and made it what it is? Please, somebody should answer me. You can see that your leaders don't have shame. You go to countries that have been well built and well made, yet you go there to relax and enjoy life. Meanwhile, your own country, you couldn't manage it. You left it to terrorists from your own country, and you claim you're a leader. You're a leader. Are you serious? When they come back and they want to make those speeches that are very annoying, they will tell you how they have tried. They have done. In fact, they have even sacrificed so many things in order to stop insecurity. You now ask yourself, please, what is that? What have you done? That's what they told us in River State here, that he did everything. I'll be asking, what did you do?
All right, Barrister, now you mentioned River State. Do you know that since over the weekend, for a couple of days now, the assembly members, the suspended assembly members, even though they are suspended, yesterday there was a picture of the FCT minister and them in the UK, and they say they went to the UK to learn some legislative rules and treats, and people are asking, you are suspended, you are not working, you're not active in government right now. What is in it? But let's look at the River State administrator, because barely 24 hours after a federal high court sitting in Port Harcourt restrained him, Barrister, from appointing local government administrators. He has gone ahead to appoint local government administrators for the 23 local government area, Barrister. This action, is it not direct defiance of a court order? And how does it look in our constitution? Because it looks like we are watching a constitutional breakdown in Nigeria. When people do not obey court orders, Barrister Darlington, it has happened over and over again. Right from the administration of the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, we saw him disobey court orders a lot of times. It is happening in this administration too, Barrister.
Over to Nigerians who were deceived that the Tinubu is a Democrat. You can see now, as the things that I detect a human being is when adults are lying. You lie in such a way that even children are seeing your lies. You deceive people, claiming you're a Democrat. Please, is this the attitude of a Democrat? Under your watch, a sole administrator is telling us that whatever he's doing, that he is what he was directed to do.
President, he has also gone ahead to appoint a new research chairman, by the way. So constitutionally, when the president made that statement, when he announced, call for the emergency rule in River State, he said there was a clause there that's when he said that the sole administrator would not be able to make any constitutional shift, Barrister Darlington. But it looks like the reverse is the case. This man is making appointments, churning out appointments, reshuffling cabinets, appointing sole administrator, up to changing the chairman of the River State Electoral Commission.
My dear, you have two sovereigns in Nigeria today. One is in Rivers, one is in Abuja. Yes, a military government is in River State, as I speak to you now. Because everything the military does is what that man is doing in River State today. The military, you know, they don't have anybody to check them. They are there on their own. So that's what that man is doing there. And you are telling me that Tinubu is not aware. So whatever Tinubu told us by his statement and all that, is just null and void. The real instructions have been given behind closed doors. And that's what that man is acting upon. It's a script waiting for that man to go and put it in place. So let nobody be deceived. Unfortunately, like I said, this is the profile of a Democrat, somebody who fought for democracy. You can, look, it is time to halt this nonsense before it consumes all of us. I'm not joking. Anybody who is anybody in Nigeria, this is the time to halt this trajectory into abyss. Because that's where we are heading to. I'm not joking. This man came to destroy Nigeria. He didn't come here to do anything less than.
Barrister, isn't that a strong word
So,
to use as?
Oh my God! Promise. Promise.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what we have gained from Tinubu since he came into office, please? Can you? Can you?
We'll have CNG buses.
Oh my
God. The money for subsidy was used, to put in other sectors of the economy. Like the CNG buses, we'll have it all over the country, especially in Lagos and Abuja. We are seeing it, even though some of them are, going up in flames. Could be a technical issues, Barrister.
Promise, you would have done so well in taking over by another job. Oh, some of the boats are going up in flames, Abi.
Barrister, that's what is happening. That's what we see in the news
but with heavy casualties, Abi.
No casualties.
This is a system that Malaysia abandoned after 15 years of trial. And that's what you went to go and pick from somewhere.
So you also remember that some comedians, people who are not even engineers, Barrister, that
we are asked
travel,
to go
so look or see better sources for the CNG buses. It's not like he took professionals, professional field or that aspect.
I want
to go oversee all of those.
With what you have said so far, my dear,
Sir?
what benefit to Nigerians now? The subsidy you talked about. Or are you not aware that we are paying 7.7 trillion because of the same subsidy to NNPP?
But it's not so. It's not named subsidy, Barrister. It has a different name.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, sir.
But you are paying it because of the fuel they imported. Is that not true? So what's the difference?
Barrister.
Oh, if you are paying, hold on, though. If you are paying that kind of money for under recovery or whatever, or shortfall, then how much will you not pay for?
It is shortfall, Barrister. It is not subsidy. That's what the government has said.
Yes, from importing fuel, Abi. Really? Oh, you think Nigeria...
Which we actually export and will have to pay to import, back to our country.
Good. You can imagine. So, if you are paying such an amount of money because of this same fuel, in the first place, when this subsidy was removed, were you told that such a thing will come up? Were you told that we are going to pay some money somewhere for whatever?
We heard the subsidy was gone, totally gone.
Good. So what other defense are you putting up now? The same NNPP that we are told pay this money to, what is their business in this now? They're supposed to be a private company like every other to NNPP. The same company you privatize, no, tell me. Does it make any sense? My dear, Tinubu have not come to lead Nigeria. He has a motive. And that's why we are saying, since we don't know where he's going, it's better all of us come out from this bus and tell him to take it to wherever he's going. You can't drive us into the lagoon at this
Barrister, this bus, unfortunately, is going to drive us till 2027.
20 what?
27. So we still have more than 2 years to go. But let's look at what the US is saying about banning imports on agricultural and pharmaceuticals. By the way, Barrister Darlington, Trump hit a lot of tariff on so many countries: China, Singapore, Nigeria. Lots of African countries were involved in that. Nigeria is involved, Kenya is involved. But I saw a video of the Prime Minister of Singapore explaining the consequences of Trump's tariffs on their citizens. But I've not seen ministers or any member of the administration coming to tell Nigerians how this ban or high tariffs is going to, impact on us. Barrister, today I saw in the news that Trump is going to put a ban, high tariff in pharmaceutical products. There is going to be high tariffs in pharmaceutical products. What that means is that our pharmaceutical products are going to skyrocket any moment from now. Barrister, some people may not be afford something as little as malaria medications anymore. Already people are self-medicating, Barrister Darlington, and that is going to affect the people. But I've not seen the government come to tell us as per how these policies or these tariffs is going to affect Nigerians. Barrister, in less than 2 minutes, let's hear your take.
They are studying it.
They are still understanding.
They are studying it, and it may take...
But Barrister, other countries, the leaders of other countries are already making statements, talking to their citizens.
You didn't hear me. I said in our own case, we are studying it, and it will take 2 years.
Are we going to set up a committee? For that too?
Another committee that will now go to America. They'll go to America. Mr. President of America, Donald Trump, please, this tariff thing, how will it affect us? Can you break it down for us?
And before they come back and tell the people what is going on.
When you now come back, I will now set up another committee who will now take whatever they brought and study it again.
I believe this is on a lighter note.
Which lighter note? Is that not how you do things here? Other countries have moved on, and you are still asking where we.
And other countries like China and Canada are retaliating already.
Do you even have anything in the first place? If they are talking of trade, what do you have to trade? You are a consuming nation. You don't have any say in this matter.
We're not a producing nation.
You don't. What are you producing? So when they are talking of trade one another, which one is your own? Do you have anything to even trade upon? Nothing. So if they are not doing anything, I can understand.
Barrister, this is also going to affect the high rate of dollar. Dollar is going to increase the more. As of just yesterday, dollar has spiked from 1,500 and 1,500 and something. It's in 1,600 and something.
And it's still climbing. Yes.
Go higher than this.
Yes.
So it is going to affect us, whether we like it or not, directly or indirectly.
Yes, that is what Tinubu went to France to go and study how he would do it. You know, how he's going to manage the crisis that is looming. He's not in Nigeria, he's studying it in France, working visit. That will tell you the leader. When I said here that he didn't come to lead Nigeria, you said he is a very... What is harsh here? Are you telling me that if another party were to be in office, we tolerate what is going on under their watch?
PDP was in office for 16 years. Yes, sir.
We didn't see all this. I said, if PDP have done 1/4 of what APC have done in office, promise, be sincere to yourself. What do you think APC will be doing by now? There will be riot everywhere. There will be protests everywhere. I know them. But look at how everybody kept calm. And that's why Tinubu have the temerity to move from one infamy to the other.
Right.
From one impunity to the other. Thank you so
much for your submission.
Disobeying court order, right, left,
we
and center.
Are out of time.
What do you mean? What do you take of heating the polity? Declaration of state of emergency in Rivers is not heating up the polity. What is happening in Kano against the emir and against the government and the people of Kano state is not heating up the polity. Arrests of Dele Faretumi or Professor Yusuf Usman are all this not part of heating up the polity? Then what else?
If you talk about, because those incidences can actually be contextualized and each will stand on its own. If I take the last one, for instance, to talk of Dele Faretumi, there's no Tinubu hand in the travails of Dele Faretumi. He made a publication which some people felt had libeled them, and then simply ignited the instrumentality of the law to deal with that.
You are one of those.
The last time I checked, I don't think Are Afe Babalola is a member of the Tinubu government. Yes.
Benga, I think you are one of those journalists that I respect so much. That has got an IQ and is an investigative journalist. And
I've just stated the facts, except if you know some other things.
I'm putting the facts before the public.
Okay, so tell me how the government is
what
involved
has police
in
got to do?
Faruti's,
What has police got to do with the libel of an individual citizen of Nigeria?
Criminal libel.
Criminal?
Yes.
No.
Because if it's criminal
libel is not criminal.
It's a case against
libel is not criminal. Anything libel is not criminal. If I abuse the president, he should take me to court, not the police. It means the police don't know their job. And this is exactly what is manifesting in Kano, what is manifesting in Rivers, and many parts of the country. I would have wanted to use this platform to advise the IG that he should learn from history. From Louis Edet, Duke, Kamsalam, this man from Oyo,
Gambo. Okay, no, there was Adeusi,
and others, but Adeusi. More particularly from one of the best IGs that this country ever had. Maybe you don't even know him.
Who?
Adamu Suleiman.
Adamu Suleiman.
Best IGs, Adamu Suleiman. Maybe Agbeyokuno, what do you call him, doesn't even know him. But definitely I know that he knows Tafa Balogun.
Egbetokun is the one we are calling Egbe.
Well, I don't know his name because I don't need to know him. You teach me.
Egbetokun.
I don't need to know him
I'm teaching
because
you
I have
Egbetokun.
no business in being in his custody.
Okay, but he is the IG.
Well, he can be the IG, but he's been overzealous. He's overdoing certain things. He's taking instructions from people that ordinarily he should lock up.
Like who?
Do you remember Tafa Balogun?
Yes.
The overzealousness he did during Obasanjo's regime. Do you know how he ended under the car, shouting
With
for his life?
With no Ribadu.
Did you?
I witnessed the incident live because I was in court.
So that can await the new IG, what he's doing.
But that will be after his tenure.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so
No. I've not spoken about Adamu Suleiman, who I claimed
to be the best
IG that I knew, because Adamu Suleiman was the IG appointed by President Shehu Shagari in 1979. And
was Soda Deusi before him? Soda Deusi was
after him.
Soda Deusi was
after Adamu Suleiman was removed.
Was Soda Deusi?
Yes.
Okay.
And some
I know it was in the Second Republic.
Key members of the Shagari government, notably Umar Jiko and others, including Adamu Chiroma, wanted Gambo Jumeta, the former commissioner of police, to be brought to Lagos. And Adamu Suleiman stood his grounds and said he was appointed IG by the president. He's been entrusted to secure the country. And he is the one that would be responsible for identifying which officer fits which place. It's not a minister of government. And even, he said, even the president cannot dictate to him if the president wants him to succeed.
Yeah, because the operational control,
so that he can be held responsible.
Yeah.
And there was a heated argument in the government of President Shehu Shagari up to the stage where Shagari persuaded Adam Suleiman to bring back Gambo Jumeta to Lagos. He said, no, sir.
He persuaded him, not that he directed him.
No, he can't direct him because it wasn't his job. It wasn't his job. And Adam Suleiman stood his grounds that for Gambo Jumeta to be brought back to Lagos as CP, he would rather resign his commission.
And
he resigned, and he died a hero. That is why.
So that was how Sunday Adeusi became IG.
Became IG to do the bidding of those in power. So, and how did he end?
It was under him that the mobile arm, police mobile units became kill and go.
Well, not kill and go. The military saw it as a rival to them.
Yeah, because they were called kill and go that time. Because they were so equipped.
No.
They were so equipped.
That is not your own expression of those who are opposed to the MPN.
Well, maybe as somebody who grew up in the Southwest, maybe that was the fear they had, that people had for them.
I hope Sunday Adeusi entered the police on the ticket of Northern Nigeria and became IG on the platform or on the share of Benue Plateau, because his village is here after Kefi, where he was born, where the present governor of Nasarawa comes from. So he had never been a Southwest man. He had always been a Northerner, a Southwest Northerner.
A Southerner in Northwest?
No, in North Central.
In North Central?
Yes. It is interesting for people to be knowing this kind of things. When Nigeria was Nigeria. Not now. Jaga. Did you listen to Idris Abdul Karim?
I don't like listening to...
Did you listen to his latest song?
If it's Jaga about Nigeria, I will not listen to it. I will not listen to it because I always like to see positive side of Nigeria.
I say that is very positive. It teaches people some lesson. It reminds people in authority how people feel about them. When I criticize you in power, it doesn't mean I don't like you.
Yeah.
The Hausa people
want
say,
me to succeed?
Gyara kayanka does not mean sauke maraba, meaning that pack your things well does not mean that put it down for us to share. Okay. That's the Hausa saying. So if I criticize anybody in government, he should take it positively that even if I am wrong, that there are other people who feel what he's doing otherwise.
So you have been criticizing President Bola Tinubu, particularly on Kano. Just 2 days ago or so, I read your warning to him that Tinubu should be very careful about how he deals with the Kano situation. So exactly what is the president doing?
Not the president, how he deals with the Kano people. That
the
how
Kano
some
situation.
of his people
The Kano situation.
deal with the Kano situation. Because unknown to him, and I can beat my chest that he didn't know, Tinubu didn't know what happened, what was arranged, that there was a grand design to set up the Kano state government, including the emir, such that they could declare a state of emergency. And there was a meeting in a senior official of government's house in this Abuja, and the man that was supposed to be appointed emir was sent to Umrah. And as I speak to you now, he's in Saudi Arabia, because their thinking is that once the emir is invited today, he will be detained in Abuja. Once he's detained, the military would be put on alert.
And then the throne will be declared vacant.
Yes, and I keep on wondering.
Which other man again? Because there are two of them who are.
I say I don't want to mention names.
No, let's put on.
I don't want to mention names. Go and find out who is in Saudi Arabia out of the princes in Kano.
Will it be the one that was proposed by the Kano state government?
I can assure you that for the president's intervention,
Adobayoro was proposed by the Kano state government.
So that the world knows.
No, I just want to understand the news.
Everybody in Nigeria knows what is happening. That there are key people in this government that are hell-bent in causing a bloodbath in Kano, such that they can take Kano through the back door. If they think they are important, they are powerful, and they are popular politicians, let them wait for a free and fair election in 2027 to remove the NNPP government. But they want to use their position to help themselves. That is not what it should be. People should look back to history. Do you know that the Wahala in 1966 started from Kano? Wete and the removal of the grandfather of this Sunusi. People don't know. That is why I am asking the president to talk to the IG. The IG should not be taking instructions from people who are nobody. And they could have just presented the president with fait accompli that there was a bloodbath in Kano and that there is need for a state of emergency or so should be brought back and met the emir. Is it the responsibility of federal government? Let me tell you that even if the Supreme Court rules that Sunusi was not properly appointed as the emir of Kano, can President Bola Tinubu appoint emir from Abuja and take to Kano?
No, that would be the responsibility of the Kano state government.
So why waste your energy? Why waste your energy? Why do you cause the death of several thousands of people that will die? You think God will not bestow that responsibility on you when people are killed?
So all of this goes back to how Lamido Sanusi was removed in the first place.
No, it goes back to how Sanusi was appointed in the first place.
Yeah, and not how he was removed?
That's part of the history.
So that's why I said how he was removed.
But
okay, do you think he was improperly appointed the first time?
Unknown to some of those who are doing what they are doing.
Yeah.
Wasn't President Bola Tinubu the architect of appointing Sunusi as the emir of Kano in the first place?
So it was improper.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No.
That his removal would be what was improper.
Listen, his removal was improper.
That's what I said.
An attempt to remove him, they didn't read the mind of the president, who in the first place was a key factor in persuading Kwankwaso to appoint Sunusi as the emir of Kano. And I can mention you, President Bola Tinubu, Bukola Saraki, Erfai, Jimmy Lawal, 7 of them stayed for 5 days persuading Kwankwaso. Sunusi was not in the best of terms with the Kwankwaso at the time he was appointed. They persuaded him. We are responsible.
Was it the best of time with anybody, really? Because he was a critic. He was a free-spirited man on his own.
So they didn't
free
know
to,
that, well, so
free to take on government
no.
and criticize government policies.
No, all governments fear Sunusi because of his intellect.
That's what I'm saying.
But
so it wouldn't be
you
that
can't eat your cake and have it. If you bring somebody, you must live by him. So why destabilize Kano? Why this is a they are inflicting an instability in the system. You know that you can't just remove Sunusi and go scotch free.
There will be consequences.
So why do you try that? Because some few people, either in the legislature or in the party or in the security, believe that Sunusi should not be there. Are they good? Now, what I'm trying to say on the Kano matter is, Sunusi was removed on an allegation that he was supporting Kwankwaso. So if you are Kwankwaso and you take back government, and the man was removed because of you, no fault, and you now have an opportunity.
Through a surrogate, not through...
it doesn't matter.
Not directly.
An opportunity. I'm just telling you.
If you had opportunity, anyhow...
What would you do? I ask you.
You fight back.
Oh.
So that's what we are saying.
Thank God that you are saying so.
That's what we are saying.
So because somebody else does not like the man, does it stop you from rewarding the man for why he was removed because of you? Why can't people think? I beg the president. I want the president to look at it properly. Let him talk to this IG, who is being used like Akara by some politicians. The IG should stand his ground and work as an impartial security officer. That's the only thing that will bring peace. Let me tell you that the security report from his own police and his own DSS in Kano did not implicate Sunusi. And let them know that whatever happens, as some of them were telling us that they follow us, they track us on our telephones. We also know whatever they do.
We are also doing counter surveillance.
Well, whatever they do, we would know because God will inform us because we are right. So they should please hands off Kano.
Is that your final appeal on the Kano situation?
How to president, not on Kano, even all situations. No need for your subordinates to make enemies for you. The president has an interest.
So you believe the president is not aware
at least
of what is happening?
Kano matter, he's not aware, but he saved the
So
situation.
who then is trying to use the president?
He is not aware, but I am saying that he saved the situation.
By directing the IG to back off from inviting Sanusi?
I don't want somebody to say that he will sue me if I don't bring evidence that president spoke, because they do that.
Okay, so what's the solution to that, to this impasse? Because we can't have two princes disputing such a reverse to...
The president should know better.
And each of them can lay claim to court orders in this favor and all of that.
We know that the courts have been directed from Abuja, unknown to the president.
So who's the Abuja that will be directed to the president?
Those that do this, they know when I speak that we know them, because they have an issue to solve with Sunusi. That's their personal problem. Sunusi is the emir of Kano. There is nothing they can do. 10 times you remove him, 11 times we will reappoint him. So why waste your time?
Who is we? You are part of them now.
Of course, I'm NNPP. The government in Kano is the NNPP government. I'm the secretary of the board of trustees.
Okay. All right.
So, we are not joking. If they are doing this to stop Kano people from accessing the dividends of democracy because the government is always at war, then they are wasting their time. Because the structures we have, once there is an election, free and fair, there is no way any human being can defeat the Kwankwaso machine in Kano. He has not spoken. He has not spoken. Has he spoken?
So how very strong is the NNPP structure in Kano? Because at some point, not long after the general elections, there were rumors of a crack in the arrangement that the Falcon
You know, Benga,
the Falcon was no longer listening to the Falcon.
You are a very intelligent man. And
yes, that there was a crack between the relationship between Abba Gidagida and
that's
Kwankwaso.
what you the press carried there.
Have they ironed over their differences?
There had always been a hand by the federal government to destabilize Kano. I have on the social media, I just read, before coming here, I listened to Falana making a speech at Yinka Adomakin's lecture. Yeah. I also spoke to one senator from Kano when he said openly that he was bought with 90 billion naira project, not in the budget. I can show you when we finish.
A senator from Kano?
Yes, to destabilize the system.
They should be telling the security agencies all he knows.
They didn't see? What they don't know about Kano is that Kano politics had always been that of noise making. Right from First Republic during Sardauna. It had been so. And the minority have got the loudest voice, but they are empty. We saw that. I managed that system as youth leader of the MPN during the Shagaris regime, 1979 to 1983. They will show you that the whole world will come down. And look at Kwankwaso's candidature. He was removed from here in 2003. And subsequently, they even denied him a ticket to run. We were about to offer him a ticket to run on the platform of the CPC. When they realized that danger, they got him back. So, you see, this situation, the president should know and not listen to Kano people. Not listen to Ganduje, not listen to Barau Jibrin.
Finally, you are mentioning names.
He shouldn't listen to them and their God-sponsored godfather within the security system of this country. He should not listen to them. He should call their bluff and tell the IG that anything on Kano, he should not take action until he refers it to him. And he should make his own independent findings. Or else it will throw his government into turmoil.
Very instructive. But you didn't deny outrightly whether at some point the relationship between Godfather and Godson.
I said I laid the
there were evidence that
there was the federal government was working very hard to bring this harmony among members of the party, among the government and other members of the party. They are working very hard, but they can't succeed.
So
Abba Yusuf is a bona fide member of the NNPP, and he has a lot of respect for Rabi Musa Kwankwaso,
the leader,
for most of us in the party, and he has a patriotic feeling for the people of Kano. So you know that Abba Kabir Yusuf can be the emir.
Is it from one of the ruling houses as well?
Galadima Yusuf was the one that restored the emirship to this lineage. His own grandfather. And he was a prince.
But he accepted to be the governor.
He died before the conclusion of the fight. Or else he could have crowned himself.
So there's no truth to that rumor that Abba Yusuf will soon be on his way to the APC.
Well, if you are telling me, then I take it serious.
I'm asking you because you are there. I
told you I didn't know. But if you are now telling me because I know you, it means you must have sniffed something somewhere where
that's why I'm confronting you with what
my sense of smell has not reached.
That's why I'm confronting you with what I have heard. Is there any indication that at some point the NNPP in Kano will be in disarray, and Abba Kabir Yusuf will be
member of the NNPP as I speak to you, and he will remain so.
What about Kwankwaso himself? Is he going to also find his way to the SDP, or at one point or the other reunite with old friends and probably old foes as well, the likes of Atiku, the likes of El-Rufai and co, and probably leave their separate homes and find a different home?
When El-Rufai comes here, invite him, ask him, did Kwankwaso have a hand in making him a candidate in 2015 in Kaduna? 2, did Kwankwaso make any contribution, force him to tell you to his candidature in Kaduna that made him governor?
Yeah, there was no NNPP.
And ask him, listen now, and ask him that when Kwankwaso brought 1.9 million votes to Buhari in 2015, whether their government, which El-Rufai was part and parcel of Buhari's government, whether they ever gave him even one one messenger in the government of Buhari for 8 years, after bringing 1.9 or 2 million votes. Ask El-Rufai this question. Then find out from him whether, with all the things they did to Kwankwaso, they still believe that they need to use Kwankwaso again and dump him.
So, summary of that is that Kwankwaso and El-Rufai will never be under the same political umbrella.
Why?
I'm not talking about the umbrella of the PDP. I'm just using political roof as well.
Why can't they be?
That's why I ask you that.
If El-Rufai comes to vote for Kwankwaso as president, should we reject his vote?
What if it's the other way around? What if Kwankwaso decides to work for El-Rufai?
But how can Kwankwaso? El-Rufai cannot run, because he has stepped on so many toes.
Is that the reason why he cannot
so
run?
many people names? If not for people like Buhari, who doesn't have this, how can you associate with El-Rufai with what he did to him, or even Atiku? Is it not on record that Atiku advised the Kwankwaso in 2019 or 23 that he should save that El-Rufai, Atiku should not run, he should save something for his children, that he can never be president. Did he forget? So now he's now a placeholder for Atiku in the SDP. We know that one.
I just want you to be on record as withdrawing the remarks you made about the former president just now.
Which one?
Where suggesting that the former president didn't have enough intelligence to be able to handle.
Did I mention the word intelligence?
Well, that's what it means. The gesture.
That's why I thought you are an intelligent person. So you are able to pick what I mean.
Yes.
You mean I can't call Buhari that he doesn't have anything upstairs?
If you say
that's my view. Let him take me to court.
Okay.
And I will show him why he doesn't have, because he ruined his political career.
What other political career after 70, at the age of 70-something years, and having been president twice, what other political career does Buhari want to?
It depends on how you are being looked at by the public.
Or how you want history to remember you.
Yes. He should have done many things that he did a lot of things that an intelligent man wouldn't have done. And I can let him take me to court.
Okay,
Tell him we will meet there. I can't withdraw my statement that he's not intelligent.
Okay, I can see that you have not changed from the Buba Galadima that for 8 years was Buhari
13 years.
That you were on his neck.
No, for 13 years I was supporting him. And I realized that he doesn't have this. And I told him, don't ever mention that you are not going to partake in politics again, because you are challenging God. Even for that statement, if you make, God will make you lose. And then look at you, what will you behave? And he came back now to look for appointment. I have so many reasons. And I'm a man of principles.
Okay, Buba. let me allow you to just cool down a little bit. Maybe the thinking will be different when we come back for the second part of this conversation, because it's like the more I try to get to be, yes, the more you come out in the Galadima, a very government critic.
Government friend.
Okay, I don't know whether they see you as a friend.
Well, whether they see me or they don't see me,
but
I assist them to show them where they falter.
Okay, let me just round up on some of these issues. You said there's no problem between Abagidagida and Kwankwaso.
That I know.
There's no problem between
that I know.
That you know.
Yes.
Father and son are doing very fine.
Yes.
Okay, and father and son are committed to the NNPP now and in the future.
Unless you tell me otherwise.
What will be my own?
Because you sniff more than me.
Is the NNPP still the special purpose bid vehicle for 2027?
Everybody will come in. You don't know what is happening in the country.
So
it's not the noise making in the SDPO.
That's what
the larger vehicle, the larger vehicle that will carry the big masquerades.
The Noah's Ark.
That is the NNPP, and you will see very soon.
The NNPP will be the Noah's Ark.
I am telling you,
not the SDP.
Yes, no.
So why are people not
SDP is it not a breakaway of the PDP? They are only dismantling the PDP. It's only RFI alone that came from the APC. Can RFI win one local government in Kaduna? Did they win 2020? Did they win 2020?
A former governor, governor for two terms, 8 years.
Yes. Minister FCT.
Former minister will not win the award in the same state.
DG, what do you call it?
BP. Will not win a award in the same state where he has just left as governor.
It's okay. Benga. It's because you forget many things.
This one I have not forgotten.
Hold on now. Hold on, my friend. He was a sitting governor in Kaduna when the PDP won all the 3 senatorial elections. He was a sitting governor in Kaduna when the PDP won 12 out of 14 House of Rep elections. He was in the one, they all won only one, and the other one was won by Labour Party. That is as a sitting governor. Now that he's out, and even fighting the governor from outside, how many votes do you think he can win? Me, I ask you.
Is that the political weight that you think El-Rufai has now?
That is what is on record. I've not contested election for you to assess me. Maybe that's why I'm wiser than all of them. And I'm not looking for political office appointment. I'm not electable. I'm not appointable. And I am over 70 years of age.
So you are
I have spent my well-lived life. Therefore, what remains for me is to speak the truth and guide young men and women.
And you are enjoying it.
Of course, I have honor. I was just coming from Saudi Arabia.
You told me when I called you.
Even in the Grand Mosque, when we were doing the tawaf, people were doing like this.
To you. That's Rakadede, right?
That is honor. If I carry my prayer mat from the mosque to where I stay, over 1.5 kilometers, people will gather around me and take the prayer mat from me. What do I need more than that? The ministers and governors, even serving, let alone former, were hiding. I drove myself to your office now. I stroll 5 to 10 kilometers every day at my age. So what remains for me is to teach people history and to teach people to be patriotic and to teach Nigerians to stand on their feet.
And for people to have honor.
Yes.
They said they said if you are running after money and you see honor, stop running after that money and run after honor. Because if you do otherwise, when you have money, you'll be looking for honor to buy with it.
A day before I left, some very big person sponsored another man from Katsina. And he phoned me. Where are you? I said, I am in the house around 11 p.m. I'm in the house. I'm traveling to Mecca tomorrow. But my daughter, with whom I'm traveling, lost her passport. So we were busy looking for the passport. He said, he came purposely to see me from Katsina.
Wow.
I said, no, tomorrow I will be off. She said he will come. He came for 2 hours. That somebody sent him, very senior person in the legislature, to tell me that he wants to carry me to Tinubu. When he finished, I thanked him for the honor he did to me, that he wants me to progress. But I said, I'm more closer to Tinubu than the man you are talking about. Ask the president whether I'm closer to him than that person or not. So how can he carry me to the president?
That you know.
And I also know of somebody very senior in the security, told me to my face that that the president likes me, that he wants to take me to the president. I said, no, you can't take me to the president. The president is my friend, unless he says he's not. And he knows my worth. And we are friends, and we will continue to be friends. If I like anything from him, I can ask and I will get. And in fact, let me confess to you on television. My daughter did NYC, the one who lost her passport.
Yeah.
That's why she wanted us to go to Mecca to thank God. In upstream something headed by Komalafe.
Yeah.
So she looked for a job. She couldn't. She wanted to get a job there. They couldn't give her. So 2 of them, one of them medical doctor, a senior sister, no work. So they scrolled my phone and saw the president's phone.
They saw the president's
phone number.
Okay.
And called Mr. President. And he picked the phone. He thought
thinking that it was you.
Thinking that it was me. Then they said they are my children. And that they are calling him because country had. Country had? What's happening? Say, Baba, country had. Our father cannot get any job for us. Our father cannot do this for us. Our father cannot do this for us. And he told us that you are his friend. He said, yes, of course. I'm his friend. They said, then the little one said, she finished NYC, just finished NYC. She couldn't get a job with the upstream something headed by Komalafe. He just asked, call Komalafe, go and give my friend's daughter job. She has that is why she wanted to go to Mecca to pray, to thank God, and even to thank Mr. President.
Aren't you lucky, Buba?
And me, that I worked for Buhari for 13 years.
Yes. You didn't?
For 13 years. Yes. My daughter worked for him for 4 years. He instructed that she should not be paid salary.
I was going to say that.
So who is better?
Why are you always lucky? Because I'm aware that one of your daughters worked with the Buhari government. Are you saying he worked for free?
Yes.
She was not paid?
Let them bring any voucher where she was paid.
She worked for Buhari for 4 years?
For 4 years.
Without salary?
In Oshibanjo's office.
Without salary?
Yes.
How?
Because I told her that she should show them that we will not die, whether we are paid salary or not. They thought...
No. Why was she not paid salary?
You should go and ask Buhari now.
Was it punitive?
You should, maybe because of my relationship with him. He thought that I can look at him straight into the eye and tell him what I thought is right.
So all that time that I will look at you, that you come here and come and criticize Buhari.
Yeah, I fight you how many times?
Meanwhile, your daughter is working with Buhari.
Yes, for no pay.
She was working for nothing.
I say for free. Working for Nigeria for free.
Okay, so the one that called Baba Tinubu now.
The Tinubu gave her job.
So she's working.
If my own...
So I shouldn't be surprised if I see you in the villa tomorrow too.
Is the villa not a public place?
I know.
No, I'm asking you. Is it Tinubu's house?
No, it's not.
Whose house?
It's his official house.
Yeah. Belonging to?
It's the property of Nigeria, but it's his official house.
Thank you very much.
And it's the occupant for now.
Thank you very much.
And there can only be one occupant there.
Thank you very much. But we differ in politics. He himself, I've not seen him since he became president. He himself, during Nduka Begbuna's mother's burial, had 4 times stood from where he was to come to me and ask me to come and work with him. I said, no, I've made a promise to Konkoso. And when I make a promise, I will deliver to the last.
That's President Tinubu asked you to come and work with him. And you said
that
no.
Me as his friend, he can't be on one side and me on another side. I said no, because And let me tell you what the Tinubu did to me. In the APC constitution, the secretaries of the party's margin should be members of the BOT and members of the National Caucus.
Of the legacy party.
Legacy party.
That is CPC, ACF, and ANPP.
Yes, because of institutional memory. So when Buhari saw me, he said he thought he doesn't need to see me anywhere. So he now caused a subcommittee to be formed. A subcommittee to be formed to reinvigorate the constitution. And he appointed President Bola Tinubu as the chairman of that committee. And suddenly, the president there, national leader then, President Bola Tinubu, saw into what Buhari was trying to do. And as I speak to you, the committee has not sat, he has not submitted any report, and the constitution has not been amended. And that was part of why even Buhari never wanted him to be president, because he refused to take me out of the. And this is why. So for the last 10, 12 years, the board of trustees of the APC had not sat. Has not sat. And the National Caucus itself has sat only 2 or 3 times during Buhari, because they never wanted to see me. That's why I left. So can I go back to the APC? You think I am Nigerian judiciary that I can leave
that President Buhari didn't want Tinubu to succeed him?
Of course. Is there anybody who doesn't know? Tinubu himself knows. Because he's been magnanimous and a statesman, he doesn't want to say his mind. If you can't say that one, me,
you don't have anything to lose if you say it.
Yes. That's part of history.
So what do you feel about the Tinubu regime? Let me get your opinion.
It's not doing very well.
There you go again.
Yes.
On the same path that you told with Buhari for 8 years.
No. He's not doing very well in the sense that there are certain things he should listen to people.
So if he's your president, if he's your friend,
very close friend,
so why won't you work with him and be able to?
I say I left the APC. I left the APC. I can't go back. I'm a man of honor.
There are people who are not in the APC.
I am a man of honor and principles.
You do not have to be in the APC to work with him.
No,
Wike is not in the APC.
I promised to Kwankwaso that we should get out of the APC.
So because of Kwankwaso, you will not help a friend to run Nigeria properly.
Both of them are my friends.
So you will not help one of your friends.
Did I carry placard against Tinubu?
Yeah, but you said he's not doing well.
If I did, that's my inner feeling. There are certain things he needs to do, like this Kano issue, like this rivers issue. He should not be stampeded to doing things that people...
But if I didn't bring you here, you will not offer those opinions to him.
Do you know whether we speak?
Okay. You haven't said that.
You don't know.
Your pact with Kwankwaso will not buy you from calling him
just let me. If I ask you, we are in this studio now, AIT, and I ask you to leave, let's go and find another platform, TV station, and we'll go. When it becomes sour, can I leave you?
Having lured me from here?
Yes.
Now to die together.
That is honor. That is why everybody wants any village or any place, airport or motor park or even I stop on the road to buy fruits, they just need to hear my voice. Is that Buba Galadima? Hey! They will shout.
And you are happy?
Oh, I'm more than happy.
People's hero.
Yeah. Well, that is honor. That is dignity.
Yes.
So what do I need?
But all of this should still not disturb you from working with a president that you...
I'm working for president now. I'm working for Tinubu now. You don't see?
It's your daughter who's
Listen
working.
Now. No, I'm working for him. I'm telling him what he doesn't know. Now, before you. I'm working for him.
Okay. What about his handling of the economy? Do you think... both men are your friends?
Just put your hand into your pocket.
I don't
Let
put
the
money in my
pocket
pocket.
tell you.
If it's about my money in my pocket, I don't keep money in my pocket. So if I put my hand in my pocket,
It's okay.
I will not see
Check,
anything
scroll your bank account.
there. It's not smiling.
Huh?
It's not
So
smiling.
if it was smiling, you are, do you do you know? I have, look, as we are doing this argument to go to Mecca with my daughter, to thank God and to thank Tinubu, something happened. What was it that happened? One chief, I don't want to mention his name, Yoruba man, came to my house because my senior daughter, the one who worked with Buhari, insisted that she should also be part of the delegation. I said, I don't have money. She insisted. You know, the man just said, this Baba, just take 2 million naira, pay for your ticket. And now, if I wake up and don't have what to eat, you know what God will do? Before I come out, somebody like Benga will just send 1 bag of rice. From nowhere.
You are reaping the fruits of being a honorable person.
If you see how much rice, how much sugar I collected during this fasting.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. What we are saying is that this government, this Tinubu's government, anyway, you must have seen the video I posted before now where the lady came out to say Tinubu is actually sick. It's not as if there's anything too big for them to come out and tell Nigerians the reality on ground that Tinubu is sick. Instead of telling us that Tinubu went on a work visit and then we now saw Emmanuel Macron jetting out to Egypt. Can you imagine that a whole president of a country arrived another country only for us to hear that the president of the country where he went to has equally left for another country? That shows you that the APC is up to something. I mean, this party is up to something. Nigerians, for those of you still doing a Milocon, if you've not learned your lesson in the last election, I wonder what it's going to teach you. Even if Tinubu wins, the suffering is just going to be multiplied because some of the things Tinubu have in mind to do, he does not want to do them now because he's waiting for 2027 to come. And I tell you, if you are still voting based on tribe, see what APC, the destruction APC has brought upon Nigeria. Since this party came into existence in this country, we have never known peace, we have never known progress. Things just keep going the other way around. Anyway, this must be a lesson because we can't just imagine how the APC come out and blow all kinds of lies telling Nigerians that Tinubu went for a working visit in France and then the France president jetted out again to Egypt and Tinubu has been left alone in France. Who does that? So they should come out and tell Nigerians that Tinubu actually went for medical checkup, not because he wanted to do any business this thing. If you've also listened to one of the videos, Rufai was telling Tinubu that he should start making phone calls, calling all those, because Tinubu came out recently to tell us that there are people who are coming in to invest in Nigeria. Lies of the Tinubu's government. They just came up with a figure telling us that there are groups of investors that are coming in, and Rufai was reminding Tinubu that all the investors you told us are coming in Nigeria, we are yet to see them. You better use phone now to start calling their numbers because things are falling apart in Nigeria while Tinubu is in France chilling. Look at all the killings that happened just recently, in Plateau State, Benue State, and other places in Nigeria. Look at all the buying. We are not secure. Tinubu is not around. Each time APC keep filling in sick people to become leaders of this country, they will serve half, and the remaining half will be spent abroad. All the money Tinubu has been using to travel since he came in, and paying for his jet, where a parking lot for his jet, they are enough to build us a good hospital, but they will not want to build a good hospital because they feel their lives are more precious than that of other Nigerians. That's how the Nigerian politicians feel. They feel we need them so much that we cannot afford to lose them, and that's why even if it's just air that scratches them, they will just jet out of the country using taxpayers' money, jetting out of the country, you squandering the money the way they want, and coming back to tell Nigerians to tighten up their belts. Tell me how else can you describe that if not to say these people are very wicked? So guys, but nevertheless, there's judgment day for everyone. Like you can see, Wike has had stroke now, possibly because of all this greed. If Wike has been satisfied with all that he acquired in Rivers State, Wike should be out of politics by now, having fun with his children, because no doubt Wike got a lot of money from Rivers State. But because he's not even satisfied with the FCT minister that he got, he still wants better post, or maybe to retain the same post after 2027. And that is why he's fighting for the APC. So guys, but let me know what you think. You know, all these people, they've pushed Wike out. Now Wike is not feeling well. They are there, you know, enjoying their life. They push out Wike to go and be the one fighting their battles for them. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.